Are you a woman entrepreneur who has ambitious goals for your business this year? Well, if so, you likely know that the key to your success is ensuring that your business runs like a well oiled machine. That can be easier said than done some days. In fact, one of the biggest challenges that you're likely going to face is really using your cash flow to ensure that your business is successful. This is one of the biggest concerns, one of the biggest challenges that every business owner faces in every industry at any age and any size. This problem does not discriminate. But it is also one of these areas that can feel very confusing because when we talk about cash flow in your business, it's intangible, it's invisible. It can feel here today, gone tomorrow. It can feel like you don't really have any control over it, and you're just hoping on a whim and a prayer that there's enough left over for you at the end of the day and at the end of the year. So when it's so nebulous and ambiguous and just really not tangible, it can leave you feeling like you're out of control. You can get frustrated because you don't know if you can trust the cash flow. So when the times are good, you're really worried about when the other shoe is going to drop. And when maybe times are a little lean, you're worried about just making it through the day. So we really want to change our relationship and our understanding of cash flow so that you can control your growth and control your success. But don't worry, the tips are going to be practical. We're not talking about accounting. Well, howdy everyone. My name is Leslie Hassler. I own Your Biz Rules, and we work with women-led service businesses to grow and scale in a way that's profitable and sustainable. So you can do great work. You can create financial stability and a legacy for yourself and your community. And that's why we're talking about cash flow, right? So let's talk about what cash flow is. I promise you, we're not doing the accounting part of it today. But if you want to know more about that, let me know. I'll share some resources with you so that you can improve your understanding and feel more confident when you come to talk about your business finances. But what cash flow isn't, it isn't your bank account balance. So if you think about it, most of us, including myself, come into managing our finances in our business with the personal management strategies of things like reconciling your check account to know if where your balance is, maybe what's going to come in or hasn't cleared the bank yet. That's valuable, but that is not cash flow management in a business. It may be cash flow management personally, but it's not cash flow management in a business. And so we really do have to learn a little bit more. And I'm going to share with you 3 tips so that you can better understand cash flow and use it to keep your business success growing and going in this year. So our first tip, our first key to understanding cash flow is to understand the difference between revenue, profit, and cash. So the saying goes, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is queen. Here's the kicker. Most business owners focus on revenue. They're always pushing revenue, and they'll get themselves into a situation, tell me if you've experienced this, where you're working really hard. In fact, you are working so hard, there's no more time and there's no more energy for you to work harder. And at the end of the day, when you look at that bank account, you likely are thinking, well, what do I have to show for it? That means to me, when I hear that story, when I hear that frustration come through from my clients, what that says is you've focused really heavily on revenue. Hey, that's okay. That's one of the first stages of growth. You're just ready for the next stage at this point in time, where we focus more on profitability. And so that we have enough profit, that the profit is healthy enough to produce cash. So revenue is a good indicator, profit's a good indicator, but we need a healthy amount of it in order to produce cash. That is the key. Now, I will say our second tip, the second thing you need to understand about cash flow so that your business is successful is really knowing what a healthy cash flow is. I have to tell you, this is something that we work on in our community and with our private clients to determine individually because healthy cash flow looks very different business to business to business. And so there are some metrics, right? If you want to know them, ping me. I will share with you what these metrics are. But there are some metrics here that you need to set benchmarks for. Now, there's a whole bunch of things in your business that influence where the benchmark should be set. That's one of those things that we just do individually with our clients, based on things like how long does it take you to get a client? How long is your average service run or your projects that you do for clients? How long does it take your clients to pay? What is your outbound money look like? What's your other income look like? What happens in between? Like, there's a lot of different factors to determining what the proper benchmark is. But the key here is to establishing what healthy looks like for you. Because when you have that metric, that little ruler, if you will, that tells you, are we performing well or not? You can make a ton of different decisions. You know when you can invest, you know when you can spend, you know when you can do a distribution to yourself. Maybe you know when you need to be a little more conservative. Maybe you need to hold for a few days. These are the things that give you the ability to make the smart business decisions in your business so that you can keep it going for a long time and you build financial stability. That is such a huge part of the game, but it is a piece that a lot of people kind of magically expect to happen, and they don't put enough intention around it. So that's our second tip. Find those metrics, be able to define what a healthy cash flow looks like for your business. Our third tip to understanding cash flow so that your business can be more successful is to really prepare for the expected and the unexpected. Listen, I think you've probably lived in your business long enough to know the unexpected happens. And when it happens, is it chaos, stress, overwhelm, worry, disappointment? When it happens, is it those 5 things? If it is, then it means you're not prepared enough. Now, listen, we can't prepare for every scenario out there, but we can be prepared for most. And when you prepare for the unexpected, and I'll talk about the expected in a minute, but when you prepare for the unexpected, you will have a new peace and calm when that happens than you ever knew. This hands down, when we change cash flow in a business, when our clients adopt some of these strategies that we prescribe so that their business builds a financial stable and financial impact and legacy down the road, this is the thing they come back to me, like years later, will come back to me and said made all the difference, because the unexpected happens. And when you know that you can handle it, like, you may not be happy about it. Who's happy about it? Some things like that. But when you know that you can handle it, you can move on. You're not having to scramble. You're not having to worry about what's going to happen next. And are you going to make it through the end of the week, the end of the month, the end of the year? You just know that you're fine. You planned for this. Now, that's kind of in that unexpected happens, like, not so great. But sometimes, guys, the unexpected is really stinking exciting. What if it is buying a building? A lot of people have a commercial or real estate goal. What if it's buying your competition? What if it is that star employee that you've had your eye on who suddenly comes on the market? What if you could move faster than your competition because you prepared for the unexpected? That, my dear friends, is true power. That is empowering, right? And that is what enables those really key pivotal moments where your business can change for the better, for the better. So think about those things, but also understand that you can prepare for the expected. I asked you at the beginning of this call, do you have an ambitious goal? Are you really thinking about something big for your business? If so, you can prepare for that. A lot of times we can't. There's so much preparation that has to happen in order for us to take advantage of a situation that we are creating for ourselves, that we can use that same preparation cycle to prepare the cash. And when that happens, the cash is much more of an investment that we can allow to mature so that it gives us back dividends. That's what the nature of business is getting a return on your investment. So these are just 3 tips. There's so many cash flow management practices that you can implement into your business so that you can be more successful this year, so that you can hit those ambitious goals, so that you feel so confident that you know exactly what cash is doing in your business and where it will be tomorrow, next month, and next year, that you can make some of the smartest business decisions you've ever put out there. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you're doing well. If you're looking for help with cash flow in your business from an entrepreneurial standpoint, reach out, give us a call. We've got the community. We can always help privately, but that is what we're here for, to help you transform your business into that well-oiled machine. So I'm Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules, and we'll be talking with you soon.